well, let's get to the viewer questions. We've got Penny on the line. Penny, what is your question tonight?
Hey, Penny.
Okay, me and my husband were in a car wreck. The van ran a red light and sideswiped our car, and we were both injured severely. I had 16 staples and 8 stitches in my head, and now we're trying to get some kind of settlement out of this. Can you tell me about how long this is going to take?
You know, same old thing in this case. No, there's no way of knowing. I mean, you know, people say, how quickly can we get this case settled? And I always tell them, I can get it settled today for you. You're not going to get much money. You're not going to get nearly what you deserve, but you can, I mean, I absolutely can settle your case, but I don't advise it. And a lot of times, I've had to do that with several people before, and I will make them sign a letter stating that that Bill Island's professional legal advice was not to enter into this settlement, that this is not a good settlement, but for whatever circumstances they had to take the money.
Oh, really? You've had clients where you're like, were you fearful of like a bar complaint or something?
Yeah, something. I mean, you know, like I settled a case one time. The guy was injured, and we had a offer of $15,000. His case was easily worth $75,000. And they offered $15,000. They said, not a penny more. If you want any more, file a lawsuit. And I told my client, well, you know, we're gearing up for a lawsuit. And he said, no, we're going to settle it. And I said, that's not wise. You know, this is a really good case. It's worth at least 75, maybe more. And he said, no. He said, Bill, I want you to call them right now. Take the 15. He said, I need the money. Take the 15. He said, if you don't, he said, you know, I like you a lot, but if you don't, I'm going to fire you and just do it myself and tell them to send me a check. So we did it, but I made my clients state that that it was against my advice. But you know, when you know, a lot of times people think that, you know, the client is actually working for the lawyer. It's the other way around. The lawyer works for the client, and I can't do anything without that person's permission. I can't settle their case. I can't, you know, do anything without clearing it past them first.
But I'm sure you can give some people some sense of time if you're talking about, okay, well, you know, we're at an impasse with the insurance company. It looks like we're going to have to file a lawsuit. Yep. In the event we have to file a lawsuit, you can at least expect what X amount of time, like how long is that time period? Yeah,
I did this. The typical answer in most cases is 2 years, you know, from the time you file a lawsuit. And I've had some a lot quicker, but I've got a case going on right now that's been going on for 5 years. And so you just don't know. It happened before COVID. And it depends on the cooperation of the other side, if they're going to get reasonable. You know, there's an old saying, it takes two to tango. Same thing here. If they're not going to get on the dance floor with you, you're not going to be able to settle the case, so you just have to file a lawsuit.
Can't do the cha-cha without a partner.
That's right.
All right.
If you did, you'd look weird. Yeah.
All right.